All right, guys, as you can see in the title, I'm finally doing it. We're just talking about it today because, trust me, it is going to be a succubus of time and effort, and it's not easy. You know, a lot of guys have been hounding me for years, probably the past 5 or 6 years. Man, put some long tubes in an S10. You're just killing horsepower. I know, but I'm going to make a whole video series on this. We're going to put these long tube headers in the S10, and a lot of you guys don't realize all the crap that has to go into putting long tubes on a Gen 1. This is where the LS motor is far superior as far as placement of long tube headers when it comes to the Gen 1, because trust me, this is not going to be fun. Let's talk about it. I know some guys be like, man, they make long tubes that go in between the frame and you can take it out the back like, you know, regular cars or whatever. Yes, they do, but they don't make big ass bad boys like this in long tubes. And trust me, for what I'm going to throw at this thing with nitrous and what power I'm trying to make, gotta have these bad boys in a Gen 1. So the headers I got is a 1 7/8. These guys down there. And to go to the really bigger size like this, they give you a flange. And this flange spreads the bolt pattern out so you can get bolts in there. I'm not quite sure exactly what this is called. I'm just going to call it a pain in the ass because I really wish, if they're going to give you a flange for big ass headers, I don't understand why they're going to give you these little small holes. I mean, like, look at that. That's such a small hole right there. I mean, my pecker won't even fit in there soft. So just, man, look at that. I got to grind all that crap out to fit the heads on the AFR heads. The AFR 210s, the ports are still pretty big on the exhaust. All that has to come out. Yes, I do know they make a fender exit header that goes out right there, which is probably way easier to install. But here's the thing. It's still a street truck. I need to have mufflers on there. So we're stuck to these headers with the Gen 1 because that's about all you can fit on there. It kills your turning radius. A lot of shit you got to modify, so let's talk about that right now. And I'll even show you what all I got to do. Trust me, it's not an easy feat, especially the way my truck's set up right now. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that I want to change on this, so sometimes you just got to dive right into the deep end when you don't know how to swim to just take care of stuff that's been sitting here for a long time, like you wanted to go ahead and redo, so it's going to have to be redone now. So obviously, this guy right here, I'm not even sure what the hell it is. A lot of guys don't have it, so this has to be gone. All these brake lines have to come up and be moved somewhere else because the header is going to come out this way. Let me go and pick it up real quick and we can kind of visualize what's going to happen. So of course, I'm just going to place it in here like this. All right, you see that? Obviously, it's not even remotely close, but you can kind of visualize right now what has to change. Let me get it out real quick. Don't want to scratch my shit. Don't want to scratch my shit. It's already got enough character. I don't need no more. All right, so all this has to go away. And there's a possibility that my steering might have to come up. So this might have to move a little bit. This might have to be pushed back. I'm not sure yet. We'll take it one step at a time. And of course, all this has to go to a different location. You know, I do think that this guy right here, whatever the F it is, I'm not even sure what this is because I got my S10's roller. But I have to grind these guys off. It's going to have to be removed, I'm pretty sure, for this guy right here to clear. Don't know, but it might have to. And before some of you guys saying mine clears fine, whatever, Remember, I got this S10 a long time ago as a roller, and the gentleman who put this together, the motor mounts, he made himself. So I bought this S10 way back in the day in the 90s, before they even made a whole bunch of stuff. I do believe they made the motor mount adapters back then, but he decided not to. Got a really good deal on it. It's just worked, so we're gonna have to work with that. So before we do anything, of course, this has to all come out, and then we'll see how all this crap relates to being moved. Your turning radius is going to change. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to put stops on the turning, so when I go to a certain point, the tire doesn't rub on the headers. Then it has to come out, down this way, and out to the side. And of course, we're going to have to mirror that on the other side. Yeah, I know. You see this thing right here. This has been an eyesore for a long time, so it's kind of good I'm doing this because this gets taken out. Everything finally gets redone to looking pretty decent. And of course, my nitrous right here, if you guys look down there, let me get a focus. My fuel lines for nitrous has to go on that side. It's on this side because the headers here are going inside the frame, not on the outside. These headers are going to go on the outside. So that has to move. I'm pretty sure that all this shit right here, all these wires right here is going to have to move. So like I said, it's not just bolt up and go like some of these newer cars. These S10s, whenever you drop something in here, you better be good at fabricating, better be good at, or at least decent at welding to make a lot of this stuff happen, because on these S10s they say, oh yeah, drops right in there, it fits in there. Never been the case. Every single thing that I've ever done on this S10 requires just a little bit of tweaking. And if you want to get an S10, put a small block in there or whatever, LS, you better get used to a little bit of fabrication because you're going to have to do it. So let's talk about this side. Passenger side, of course. I do believe this side is going to be a little bit easier. I guess the good news is right here, you see this is my battery coming from the back right here. This guy. That's going to have to come to the inside of the frame. All my transmission lines that were right here that are on this thingamabobber, this will go away. These lines, have to replace the lines. They're going to go down, then to the cooler right here. And, you know, yeah, like I said, this side is going to be the easier side. This monstrosity over here with your steering shafts is going to be the side that I am not looking forward to. But other than that, it's going to happen one way or another. It's not going to happen in one afternoon. It's not going to happen in a couple of weeks because I work a lot. So, but I will make a detailed video of everything that I do on my setup, and maybe pointers for you guys if you're looking to do the exact same thing. We'll go over steering radius, you know, turning radius, how much you have to, you know, limit your steering so that your wheel is not hitting the header, because these guys go inside the fender well right there. You know, if you have, you know, fender wells, they have to be gone. And these have been gone for a long time, so I don't really give a shit. But that's what we're going to do. So y'all stay tuned for that. It's going to be multiple videos in this whole entire process, like I said, but it's got to be done because these little, well, I mean, these are the biggest shorties you can put on an S10, but I think they've served the purpose. I ran 9s with these guys in the LT1. This guy right here. How's it going, Precious? You doing all right? Yeah, you're doing good. It's going to be in something else soon. Not sure what. Well, not soon, but it'll be in something else eventually. I ain't getting rid of it. That's my baby. So, if you guys want to know what's going on with this, be sure to subscribe. And I am sure it is going to be a eventful, not action-packed, but it's going to be a lot of drinking, because I know this is going to really be a great big succubus of time and energy. But we're going to make it happen. And I'll let you guys know everything that I do along the way. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to work on the pain in the dick side first, which is going to be the driver's side with the steering shaft right there. All that goodness, all the brake lines, all that has to be moved. So in the next video, And I'm going to put out, like I said, it's going to be a lot of stages. I'm not sure how many videos it's going to take to get this done, but I want to cover this in a lot of detail because I haven't seen anybody on YouTube really cover this in detail. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm not going to worry about porting out the flange to match the heads at this point. I just want to make sure that we can get that header on the driver's side to fit first. So I'm not worried about showing you guys taking off the original, short tubes and dropping all that. The next video, I'm going to have all this dropped out. We're going to see how much of a pain in the butt it is to fit just the header in there, what has to be removed, and then how we're going to have to reroute all the crap right there, possibly cutting, welding, to make this guy work. So be sure to subscribe, guys, because I'm going to make this very, very detailed, because I have searched the internet. People don't tell you how much work they have to do all this stuff, but I'm going to show you guys every single step along the way that it takes to put these guys in an S10. Keep on wrenching, guys. Until next time, I know I'm going to be very upset at myself for doing this, but sometimes you just got to jump in the water and learn how to swim. That's what we're doing. Peace.